Hi students. Now in this video, take the another new concept of acid, base and salt. That is the last part of that chapter, that is salts. So in this video we are start with the salt definition. So here I write the definition of salt. What is salt? Salt is an ionic compound that can be formed by the neutralization reaction. So in the last video we are learn about the reaction of acid and base. When acid is reacts with the base, when they react with each other, they form salt and water. So that is nothing but the salts, right? The salt is formed by the neutralization reaction of acid and the base. Then it is called the ionic compound. What is meant by ionic compound? The compound which is formed by the sharing of electrons. Which is formed by the transfer of electrons, which are we learn in the metal and non-metal chapter. So, but you are remember that the salt are nothing but what the ionic compounds. Ionic compound means the compound which are be formed by the transfer of electrons. Next, the important point is this formed by the neutralization reaction of an acid and base. Then here, salt is composed of two particles. One is positive charge particles and one is a negative charge particles. For example, I take here NaCl, that is the common salt we use in the kitchen rooms. So NaCl, we observe that in NaCl, is two ions are there, Na plus ion and the Cl minus ions. Right? Metal is a plus ions and the Cl non-metal is a what accept the electron accept the negative, then donate the electron. Sodium is a positive ions. Next come to the washing soda. It is also one type of salt. Then Epsom salt, CaSO4, C plus SO4 minus positive and negative charge ions. NH4Cl, ammonium chloride, NH4 plus and Cl minus. Then here plus this is a minus and this is a plus. So the sodium acetate salt. So these are what the example of the salt. Right, so this is one of the common definition of salt. So we start the salt concept with the definition. So what is the definition of salt means? You write this. Right, it is an ionic compound, first point, and the second point is the salt is formed by the neutralization reaction of acid and bases. Then salt is composed of two types of particles. One is positive charge particles and one is a negative charge particles. The positive charge particles are nothing but the metals and the negative charge particles are nothing but non-metals. So these are what the different examples, and this is definition of salt. Now as per syllabus, come to the next point, that is very important point, that is pH of salt, and that is very important concept. So now first write down this one definition in your copy. Okay. After that, I can take next the pH of salts. So there are four cases we learn in the pH of salt. So I can change the title as pH of salt. pH of salts. So in pH of salt, we are studying different type of salt. That is, we know that the salt is formed by the reaction of acid and the base. So I take here acids and here base. Then I can check the pH of salt. Okay, pH of salt, and I give the example for this discussion. And later we will take an example. Right. So these are the one table box. Make a table column. Now take one by one. We know that when two acids are react with each other, we form this salt. Right. So what is that pH of the salt? pH means there are three categories. Maybe it is basic, or maybe starting maybe acidic, or maybe neutral, or maybe basic. So three type cases are there. So now observe that when two acid or bases are react with each other, so which type of salt is formed? Neutral salt form, or acidic form, or basic form? Without the reaction we can, without checking with litmus paper or universal indicator, we can conclude that it is basic, it is neutral, and it is acidic. So now how it is? See, acids and acid and base. So I take here both acid and base are strong. Okay, this is here strong acid and strong base. We know about this meaning of strong acid and strong base, which having more H plus ions and which having the high H plus ions. That is what definition? High OH minus ions. That is strong base. Now another definition: what is strong acid? Whose pH value is less pH value, more acidic. Here more pH value, it is more basic. Right. So now if two acids are strong, so what is the pH value here? So in that case, base also strong, acid also strong. In that case, the salt is obtained. Okay, when acid reacts with the metal, the salt is obtained. When strong acid is reacts with the strong base, so what happened? Salt obtained. So now what is salt pH value? It is a neutral or acidic or basic. So in this case, observe that both are strong. If acid is strong and base also strong, then the result is neutral salt. That is what? Neutral salt. Neutral salt. The pH is neutral means the pH is exact 7. That is neutral salt. Even when both the acid and base are strong. For example, I take here, in the place of strong acid, I take HCl, right? And in the place of strong base, I take NaOH. So now we know the reaction. What happened? NaCl is formation take place, right? NaCl and H2O. NaCl plus H2O. Observe. In the examination, they give the reaction, right? And they ask what is the pH of NaCl. How you check without practical? Without practical, we want to check NaCl pH. So observe that there are three cases, maybe basic, maybe acidic, or maybe neutral. Now we know that this property. Observe here, come to the reactant side and check whether these are both strong, right? Both are strong here. HCl and NaOH, both are strong acid, strong base. We know that when strong acid, strong base, they combine together, the result is neutral. So here observe that the strong acid, strong base, automatically what is result? Neutral. The salt is what? Neutral. So this is a neutral salt. NaCl is a neutral. So that is method to check, right? You have to remember this concept. And they give example like this examination. So they ask about what the pH of the salt. So you have to then take reactant. It is both are strong means it is a neutral, right? Understand? Now come to other point. If I take this is strong, if I take this is strong, acid strong, but I take base is weak. Okay, I take base is weak. So in that case what's happened? After that which is strong, that is the dominant. Now acid is strong means it is acidic. Salt is acidic in nature. So here which is strong, that is dominant. Here acid and base is weak, acid is strong. So which is strong, that is dominant. So that is what acidic in nature. So second case, when acid is strong and base is weak, now what is the result? The pH is acidic. For example, I take in the case of strong acid, I take same NCl, right? In the case of weak base, we already know that ammonium hydroxide, right? Ammonium hydroxide. So we observe that the formula is NH4Cl plus H2O. This is the examination. So you observe that what is the pH of this NH4Cl? What is the answer? Right, acidic. How we find that? You observe here. Acid is given, base is given, strong acid, weak base. So acid is strong, automatically what happened? The NH4Cl is acidic in nature. So that is the method. So you have to remember this reactant. This is very important. Understanding of reactant is very important. You have to be understand. You have to be able to tell which is a strong and which is a base. You have to be practice it. Okay. So HCl is strong and NH4OH is a weak base. So therefore, strong in acid means there is acidity. Now take reverse condition. I can make a weak base, weak acid and strong base. So what happened here is tell. What happened? I say that the strong is dominant. So which is a strong? Base is strong. So what is nature? Right. You are right. That is a basic in nature. Basic in nature. Why? Because of observe that there is one weak, one is strong. So which is stronger? Base strong. So basic nature. Right. Example. I take example weak acid. Weak acid. You know that about the weak acid last class. What? CH3COOH. Acidic acid, right? Plus now strong base, we already know the strong base I take NaOH. NaOH. So what is the answer here? So observe that here CH3 COO. Okay, this H2 form H2O, there is Na plus H2O. Okay. So now this is CH3 CONA, sodium acetate. So what is the sodium acetate pH? Observe that it is acid but weak. Base is strong. So base is strong means base dominant. So what is here? It is basic in nature. So sodium acetate basic, that is nothing but soap. That is nothing but soap, right? So basic in nature. The last point, take both are weak. Last point take both are weak. So what happened? Both are weak means we get a neutral. Neutral, right? Neutral. For example, I take both are weak. CH3COH. This is what, students? Right? This is a acid, weak acid. Now take weak base. Answer is yes. Very good. NH4OH. So now what is answer here? Tell me answer. Yes, CH3COO. This H form H2O. Okay. This and this H form H2O. So what is remaining? NH4. Okay, NH4. So tell me that if this is also weak, this is also weak, what was the result? The result is neutral. Result is neutral. If both are strong, result is neutral. If both are weak, result is neutral. If one is strong means the strongest is the medium, if the strongest is the basic. Okay. If acid strong means acidic nature, if base strong means base in nature. If both strong means neutral, if both weak means it is neutral also. Okay, so these are very important concepts you have to remember. These are the example. You have to learn different types of examples are here. So in the after completion of chapters, after completion of the syllabus, we are again come to the very important questions. In that time we can solve such type of other reactions, and in which we have to be able to identify. We have to be knowledge about these things, that is reactant side. It is not important. If you know about which is strong, which is base, which is weak, automatically we are directly tell about this pH of the salt. So this is nothing but the pH of the salts. Okay, there are 4 cases. Both are strong, both are weak. One is strong, one is weak, one is weak, one is strong. Right? Okay, so both are strong means it is neutral. Both are weak means it is neutral. And the strong acid means acidic, and only base strong means it is a basic in nature. So these are very important knowledge and very important concept of pH of salt. So from here maybe 1 marks or 2 marks questions they may be asked in examinations. Okay, so practice this, write down these examples, make a table. Okay, like make table and make the table and neatly write down all the concept of this pH of salt. Right, this is a very important concept. Next come to the next concept, that is chlor-alkali process. Right, first you have to be write this and practice it one. Right, okay. Now take about the another very important concept of salt is chemicals from the common salt. So we know about the common salt. The chemical name of the common salt is sodium chloride. Right, sodium chloride, and the formula is NaCl. And we all know that this is what neutral, because of both acid and base are strong, so we get a neutral salt. So this is what a sodium chloride common salt. And also remember that the NaCl having N plus and Cl minus ions, when they dissolve into the water, they are dissociated into the ions. One is positive ions, one is negatively charged ions. So positively charged ions are Na plus and the negatively charged ions are Cl minus. So now this common salt is used for preparation of so many chemicals which are in the present in our kitchen room. For example, I take for example, it is helpful for the preparation of caustic soda, that is what sodium hydroxide. It is very helpful. The sodium chloride is an important raw material. It is a very important raw material for the preparation of sodium hydroxide. I write here NaCl is an important raw material for the preparation of number 1, that is sodium hydroxide NaOH. We are learning this chapter, right? Again, second one, the preparation of baking soda, right? Baking soda. This is also by using NaCl we have prepared this chemical baking soda. Then another chemical which are being prepared by using NaCl, that is bleaching powder. Not directly used, but we are use this NaCl process. Okay, for bleaching powder we use NaCl. And then another one very important concept that we are use washing soda. Washing soda is also prepared by using the common salt, that is NaCl. So that is why I put the title chemicals, that is chemicals with sodium hydroxide. It is also called as a caustic soda. caustic soda. Okay, sodium hydroxide, that is base, and the baking soda, it is also base, and the bleaching powder, it is also base, and the washing soda, it is also base. Okay, baking soda means sodium hydrogen carbonates, sodium bicarbonate. So then bleaching powder means it is also one of the compound. The chemical name is calcium oxychloride. Okay, oxychloride. Then washing soda is also, washing soda means sodium carbonate. So these are what all the chemicals which are prepared from the common salt, that is NaCl. So now in this chapter we are learn all the preparation of NaOH, preparation of baking soda, preparation of bleaching powder, and preparation of washing soda by using the compound NaCl. So one by one I make the videos on these all the preparations, and these preparations are very important as a point of examination, right? So I start with the first preparation, that is what? Sodium hydroxide. How you prepare the sodium hydroxide or caustic soda by using the sodium chloride. So we have to take diagram and learn about that process. Okay, so please write down these common things in your notebook. Okay, now come to the first preparation of chemicals by using sodium chloride, that is the preparation of sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH by using the sodium chloride, right? And the process we call it as a chlor-alkali process. So here the process diagram is there. Okay, the chemical which is used with sodium chloride, and how we use that sodium chloride for the preparation of sodium hydroxide. So we are here setup. This is the setup, and first I take a small preview on the setup. Here we observe that it is a container. And container we fix two graphites. One is a plus and one is a negative graphite. The plus graphite is called as an anode, and the negative graphite is called as an cathode. And here one opening on the top side of the anode side, one opening, and cathode side one opening. Then here in this side also here one opening is there, through which we put a brine solution. So okay, this is the brine part, and then we come to the center part, which differentiate between the cathode and anode, make separation, and the separation is called as a membrane, right? Through membrane what ions can be exchange taken place. So it is the membrane which is found with the exact center of the both anode and cathode, and now it is outlet is there, through which we get sodium hydroxide, right? This is our very important parts of this setup. Now come to the process. So this is nothing but for preparation of sodium hydroxide by using common salt NaCl. That is NaCl, that is called as brine solution. Okay. So now come to the here one by one. Before going to understand the process, we have to come to the title. So title here, chlor-alkali process. So why the name of this preparation we put it as a chlor-alkali process? Because of here observe that chlor-alkali process. So when observe the setup, we observe that the preparation when we insert and brine solution, that is sodium chloride solution, that is brine solution, it is called brine solution. Solution of sodium chloride is called as brine solution. When brine solution is formed, the reaction taken place, the electric current pass, we observe that the two products, one product is sodium hydroxide, this is one product, and the other two products are one hydrogen gas and one is chlorine gas. So one product is NaOH, that is what the base, right? And this base is dissolved in water, right? So the base which are dissolved in water, we call it as an alkali, right? Alkali. What is alkali? The base which dissolved in water, because all the base are not dissolved in water, but some of the base are dissolved in water. So such base are called alkali. So NaOH is sodium hydroxide, strong base. So it is dissolved in water. So it is called as alkali. So one product is alkali and the next product is chlorine gas liberated. So it is put it as a chlorine gas. Alkali means NaOH. So chlor-alkali process they put the name. So first write down the definition of what is chlor-alkali process. Write down meaning we prepare sodium hydroxide by the by the method called chloralkali process, right? So this process is why it is chloralkali process, because we get chlorine, right? We get here chlorine and a base that is NaOH is alkali, right? So a base is alkali. So here that is we call it as a chlorine, chlor for chlorine, alkali for NaOH. So in this preparation we use this method. Why this method is called as chloralkali process? Because of chlorine gas is released and sodium hydroxide base, that is alkali, is released. So chloralkali process. So that is one meaning of why this method is called as chloralkali process. That is the reason, because of we get chlorine gas and we get a base, that is alkali. Now come to the process, how the process taken place, how this instrument work, right? So here we carefully observe that in this setup the important role is battery. The important role is a battery and the brine solution, right? So what is the brine solution here? The one new word is there, brine solution. So brine solution nothing but it is a solution of sodium chloride. That is simple. Okay. When the solution, when electric current is passed through the solution of sodium chloride is called as a brine solution. That is simple. Okay. When electricity passed through a solution of sodium chloride, solution of sodium chloride, that is called brine solution. That solution is nothing but what? A brine solution. The solution of sodium chloride is nothing but what? A brine solution. So now put the brine solution into the container and then pass the electricity. So pass the electricity. What happened? We observe that what it means, electricity decomposes. Electricity it decomposed. Okay, it is decomposed to form sodium hydroxide NaOH. See how it is decomposed. I have made the label here, put red marker. So when we observe that the solution, so water molecules are present. So water molecule also they are decomposed. Electrical decomposition we learn in the chapter number 1, electricity, right? So first water molecules are present because solution is there, because NaCl make the solution in the water. So that in that one the water molecule first decomposes. You observe that here H plus and OH minus. So here what happened here? Water molecule first get decomposed here, right? H plus are going to this side and the OH is going to this side, right? Because of H plus is a plus ion, they are attracted towards the negative side, and OH minus is a negative side, they are attracted for the opposite charge plus side. So they are attracted. Now after that NaCl. So NaCl having two ions, one is sodium positive ions, one is negative ions. They are decomposed into two ions. Therefore, the positive ions are attracted toward the negative particle, negative side, and the negative ion attracted toward opposite charge is positive. Okay, this is the changes, right? Plus H, Na plus, that is the positive charge attracted toward this side, negative side, opposite charge. Then Cl minus OH, opposite charge is plus, so attracted towards the plus charge. Okay, so now here observe that this NaCl is now liberated towards the Cl, that is anode side. The gas which are liberated at the anode side is chlorine gas, very important. Which gas is liberated at the anode? That is chlorine gas, and because of chlorine is negative, anode is plus, there is opposite charge, so chlorine, that is the trick. Anode is the plus, negative is the chlorine, so chlorine is liberated at the gas is liberated anode, and H is plus, it is minus, means the hydrogen gas is liberated from the cathode, right? And the brine solution is collected at the bottom of the cathode. Okay, there are three products, very important products in this. When electricity passes into the NaCl, then it is decomposed into Na plus and Cl minus ions. The Cl ions are collected toward the anode, and the H plus ions, Na plus ions are collected toward the cathode, right? And then what happened here? These Na and OH, they form the NaOH, and the H is the gas which is liberated from the cathode side, and the gas which is liberated the anode is a chlorine gas. So this is now the product sodium chloride is collected at the bottom of the cathode. So there are three products. One product is liberated from the anode, and the two product, that is the H2 hydrogen gas, is liberated towards the cathode, and the sodium hydroxide is collected near the cathode region and can be taken from this outlet. So the reaction of this process is, see, observe, NaCl, right? NaCl, this is aqueous solution because brine solution. This is a brine solution. Okay, this is the brine solution plus molecules paracification to water molecules. It is liquid state. We observe that the reaction NaOH. Okay, if I balance this, here come to NaOH plus chlorine gas is liberated. That is chlorine gas. It is aqueous solution. Chlorine gas is liberated at the anode. It is at the anode, and plus hydrogen gas liberated, which is at the cathode. Okay, and this is collected near the cathode. So this is what the very important process of a chlor-alkali process. So now very important definition. Why we call it chlor-alkali process? Because we get the product as chlorine gas and base as an alkali. So this chlor-alkali process. How this process work? By using electricity. So when electricity is passed through the brine solution of sodium hydroxide, it is decomposed. The NaCl is decomposed into sodium hydroxide. Okay. Next point, the gas which is liberated at the anode is chlorine gas, and the gas which is liberated at the cathode is sodium hydroxide gas, and the product sodium hydroxide is collected near the cathode and can be taken from this outlet. So there are three products: chlorine gas, hydrogen gas, and the aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. So this is the preparation of sodium hydroxide by using NaCl. How we prepare? NaCl is decomposed by using electricity. We get the sodium hydroxide, and there is a reaction NaCl plus water. We pass electricity. We get the sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, and hydrogen gas. And these three products, one product is sodium hydroxide, and one product is chlorine, and one product is hydrogen. We have uses it. Okay, we also use this gas. We use this gas, and we use the NaOH also. Okay, so now write on this. Take the diagram, take the explanation. Now come to the next other important concept, that the uses of the products of the chloro-alkali process. Right, very important process in examination. What are the products obtained in the chloro-alkali process? That is chlorine, hydrogen, and the sodium hydroxide. And then write the uses of them. Write the use of chlorine, write the use of hydrogen gas, and write the use of sodium hydroxide. Okay, so now we take that one also. So first you have to write this concept. That is the important diagram and this explanation. Now students, take the last concept of this video, that is the uses of the final products of chloro-alkali process. So in the alkali process, we observe that there are three products are obtained. One is at anode, one is at cathode, and one is below the cathode. Okay, so now one by one observe the uses of that gases. So one gas, the gas at the anode, the gas released at the anode, the gas name is, it is a gap, let a gap here. The answer is left, right, Cl2, chlorine gas. The chlorine gas which are released at the cathode are used in these preparation of these products. One is a water treatment, right? So water treatment means for making hot water from soft water. That is what the water treatment they make. Okay, sometimes we observe that the salt in waters are density of water is heavy due to the more salt is dissolved in it. So to make the hard water to soft water, we treat the water. Okay, that is what chlorine is that used in that process. So water treatment is there. Then swimming pool water cleaning is there. We know that regular use of the swimming pool may be for cause the production of infected bacteria or viruses. and worms. So protect the water from that viruses. So we have to clean the swimming pool 1 a day. So by using this chlorine gas, swimming pool water cleaning, that is one we use. Then polyvinyl chloride pipes, PVC pipes are prepared by using this product, and also disinfectant and pesticides. So disinfectant also used, and then also pesticides which are used by the farmers to kill the insects present in the crops. So the pesticides also prepared by using this chlorine gas. So these are what the product uses of chlorine gas. Now come to the another one, gas at cathode, that is what hydrogen gas, right? The hydrogen gas, this is the cathode negative side, that is what hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas first used is as a fuel. It is used as a fuel in many energy sources. And margarine is one type of sweet, okay, which is used in the foreign, prepare the foreigns. Okay, this is hydrogen gas used in the preparation of the margarine sweet. Then there are preparation of ammonia for the fertilizers, because you know that ammonia is very important raw material for the minerals for the plants. So when there is a deficiency in the minerals, we have to be prepare ammonia by using this the hydrogen gas as a fertilizer. The last one, sodium hydroxide, so caustic soda. So it is used in the degrazing of metals, right? To protect the metals from the rusting. So you have to use this sodium hydroxide. Then soap and detergent preparation. The preparation of soap and detergent also we learn in the next chapter. So that is what preparation of soap and detergents. Soap is a space and detergent also space. So soap is not work in hot water, but detergents are work both in soft water and hot water. So these are what some chemicals which are prepared by using sodium hydroxide. Then paper making, paper industries. In the paper industries, they use the sodium hydroxide for making of papers. Then artificial fibers which are used in the communication area. So that is communication area. So their artificial fibers are used and prepared by using the sodium hydroxide. So these are very important concept, important and the point of examination. So many times they ask the question on that, what are the products of chloralkali process, and write the use of them. So very important, you have to remember this only shortcut manner. If you write like this means you get the full marks. So that is the today video, and you write all these concepts in your notebook. Very important uses are there, right? So these are all about the today's video. In this video we are learn about the salt, pH of salt, definition of salt, and then we about the very important process, chloralkali process, detail and the diagram, and then the use of the products. So in the next video we are take the preparation of some other salt, that is baking soda, bleaching powder and washing soda. So please write on this and subscribe my channel, like the video and share this video with all your friends, because of in the lockdown season these videos are very helpful for you, because these are neatly on the subject, as per the subject and as a point of view of examinations. So please like this video, share this video and subscribe my channel, and hope these videos are very helpful for you. So in the next video we come to the very important concept, that is the bleaching powder and baking soda and washing soda. So please watch this video, share this video. So thank you for watching.